So, let's dive into the legal weeds. The primary accusation against Israel and the foundation for many other claims is that it is an occupying power in the Palestinian territories, including Gaza. Now, Israel officially withdrew its troops and settlers from Gaza in 2005. But according to the UN, most international bodies, and a stampede of legal experts, that doesn't end its obligations. They argue that because Israel continues to control Gaza's borders, its airspace, and its coastline, it maintains effective control over the territory. Under the Fourth Geneva Convention, an occupying power has a legal duty to ensure the welfare of the occupied population, which includes making sure they have access to food, medicine, and other essential supplies. This brings us to the blockade. Since 2007, after Hamas took control of Gaza, Israel has imposed a strict land, air, and sea blockade on the territory. Critics, including Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch, argue this blockade amounts to collective punishment. It restricts the movement of people and goods, crippling the economy, and trapping over 2 million Palestinians in what has been called the world's largest open-air prison. They argue that punishing an entire civilian population for the actions of its leadership is a textbook violation of international humanitarian law. The blockade is seen not as a targeted security measure, but as a blunt instrument that inflicts immense suffering on ordinary people. The recent seizure of the Madeleine is Exhibit A for those who say the blockade is illegal. According to the San Remo Manual, which outlines the laws of naval warfare, a blockade must not bar the passage of humanitarian aid to a civilian population. The International Court of Justice has issued multiple binding orders demanding Israel allow unimpeded humanitarian access to Gaza by stopping a ship loaded with baby formula in international waters. Critics say Israel is not only violating the freedom of the seas, but also actively defying direct orders from the world's highest court. It's like getting a court order to stop blocking your neighbor's driveway and then responding by putting up a bigger fence. Finally, there are the broader human rights concerns. Groups like the Israeli human rights organization B'Tselem and Amnesty International have gone so far as to label Israel's policies toward Palestinians as a system of apartheid. They point to a web of laws and policies that they argue systematically privilege Jewish Israelis while oppressing Palestinians in both Israel and the occupied territories. This includes restrictions on movement, discriminatory land policies, and a two-tiered legal system. These are explosive allegations, and they form the backdrop against which every action, from a military strike to the interception of an aid ship, is judged by a significant portion of the international community.